Okay, next thing is I've got all my circle cutters here. I just want to measure up and see, you know, how big Minnie's ears are going to be to work out which sort of circle cutter. Now, bearing in mind, you're going to chop a little bit of it off so that it, you know, it sticks perfectly to the top. So I actually think this circle is actually quite about right. So I'm going to add some Tylo powder to some black fondant. Now you need to add a decent amount because you do want it to harden, and I'm going to cut out my circles. See, that is quite a decent thickness. Awesome, that's one of my hairs. Yuck. Okay, can you see there? That's how thick it is. Just so no one's going to eat this top part. Okay, so you can see that I've got the ears. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just measuring up to sort of see how much of a chunk I need to take out of it. I actually am going to get my biggest circle cutter because what we want to do is just sort of measuring up my circle cutter. Okay, so what I'm going to do is chop about that much off. So now I've got that shape, and then just kind of putting it up like that. Can you see where I'm going with it? Just want to make sure that when they dry, they're going to fit in perfectly. So that is pretty good. I'm happy with that. So next thing, which I don't have with me, is I'm going to get 2 toothpicks and just make 2 toothpick holes so that when these dry, I can put in toothpicks and then stab them straight into my Rice Krispie Minnie Mouse head. Okay, so this is sort of how my ears are going to look. I've put this one down already, and it's just a matter of working out. I'm going to have to do it, sorry, facing me, where it's going to go, and then I'm going to stick my toothpick in. There we go. Now these are actually slightly one is in front of the other, but I figure, you know, no one's really going to know. Okay, I am going to do the ribbon. So what I need is a rectangle. Okay. And then folding it up, I can see that bow is not going to be long enough, so I'm going to roll it out and get a longer one. Okay, when you're happy with the length, when you sort of go like that, I'm going to actually chop this in 2, hopefully halfway, and then it is a matter of, I'll show you with this one, looping it around like that, and then just kind of gathering it here. Now I've mixed this red with Tylos, so I've got some toilet paper. Can you see how that kind of looks there? Let me just, yep, so I've sort of just gathered it. Now I'm gonna put some toilet paper in. Don't please, Lily, that doesn't sound very nice. I'm going to put some, just hang on a sec, yep, you can have that. Put some toilet paper in just so that it hardens with, you know, and it's nice and puffed out as it hardens. Okay, so I've got that one just like that. And then same thing with this. Loop it over and then kind of gather it together. And then put in some toilet paper.
What do you mean?
Okay, so you can see kind of what I've got there. I'm just going to let them dry. I'll just put it in front of the air conditioner and they'll dry. Okay, so I've got a little bit of baking paper here. What I'm going to do is actually, these have had a couple of minutes. They're a little bit firm. I'm going to just attach it all so that it can dry totally hard. So just kind of dab the two ends together. Definitely put it on baking paper so you can just see here. So I've just stuck them together like that, and I've just cut out a strip of red, so add a bit more, not too much. But simply, this is probably too long, so just chop it off a bit. Put it over the top, and then I'm just going to use a modelling tool to just curl it around. Just tuck it in, and then you have a look at that. It actually looks like this part of the bow is bigger than that part of the bow. So what I'm going to do is just gently pull this part out a bit. Move that part in. Still probably a little bit smaller, but I don't really care, to be honest. Excellent. So I'm going to leave that to dry.